Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on special binomial products. There are three very special binomial products that we need to know about. We can easily learn how to expand these binomial products automatically. The first type of binomial product is a plus b all squared. That means there's a particular term and then we add another term and then we square. So that's what this means. When you expand it, when you square something, you multiply it by itself. So from the last video, that gives us a outside of a plus b outside of a plus b. That's the expansion, which gives us a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So we can see that when we have a plus b squared, that's the answer. And the automatic expansion is as follows. So once we get used to this, we can actually go from that line to this line automatically. We don't need to show the working, and this is how we do it. Whenever you have an expansion of this type, you square the first. A is the first, so you square it. That gives you a squared. Plus twice their product. That means you multiply them together to give you AB, and you double it. That gives you 2AB. That's twice their product. And the third section is square the second. So you square the B, which gives you B squared. So that is the rule that you use, the guidance, when you want to do it automatically. Now this is very similar, except there's a minus sign in the middle. So A minus B all squared, that's what that means. The expansion gives you that line, and then when we remove the grouping symbols we get that line, and that's the answer. So the automatic expansion is as follows. It's very similar to the first one. You square the first, so that was A, that gives you A squared. Minus twice their product, so because that's a minus sign there, okay, that's a minus sign here, it's minus twice their product, so it's minus 2ab, and then square the second, which is b squared. Number 3. This is a different type of expansion where you have the product of a sum and difference. That is, you've got two terms that are added together and two terms that are subtracted from each other, and they're the same terms. That's the expansion. That's removing of the grouping symbols. And that's the answer, because minus AB and plus AB cancel out. So the automatic expansion is when you've got two terms where you add two terms and then you subtract the two terms and you multiply them together, the automatic expansion is you square the first minus the square of the second, which is a squared minus b squared. Let's see how we do some examples using these rules. M plus 3 all squared. Let's do it automatically. Square the first, that gives you m squared. Plus twice their product. Their product is 3m. If you double that, that is twice their product, that gives you 6m. And then you square the second, which gives you 9. So there's the answer. This one here, it's very similar, except you have a minus sign. So you square the first, which gives you 9y squared. Twice their product, but you remember you have a minus sign in the answer. So 3 5s are 15y, that gives you 30y with a minus sign. And the last one is square the second, and that gives you plus 25. Number 3, this is the product of a sum and difference, where the automatic rule says you square the first minus the square of the second. So you square the first to give you k squared, square the second one gives you 49, and there's a minus sign in between. Automatic expansion here, square the first gives you 25d squared. Twice their product. 4 5s are 20dw, so you double that to give you 40dw. Square the second, 16w squared. Similar here, square the first to give you 9h squared, minus twice their product. That's twice their product there, because 3 8s are 24hy, which gives you minus 48hy for twice their product. Square the second gives you 64y squared. And the product of a sum and difference, it doesn't matter if the minus is first or the plus. So you can have a minus and a plus, or a plus and a minus. It's the same thing. You square the first, which gives you 49m squared, minus the square of the second, which gives you 9k squared. So this has been a very interesting video which has shown us how to do some very, very special expansions, and we've also seen, by using the simple rules that I've outlined, how we can do the expansion automatically. Once we become familiar, we don't have to do any working.